Hi friends, my name is Jessica and I'm a second-year doctoral student studying nursing practice. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how to make a cover letter. So first, let's talk about what is a nursing cover letter. So a cover letter is something that accompanies your resume when you're applying for a job. It is something that is on top of your resume that the human resources will see first before your resume, and it is really what is going to hook the human resources person into even looking at your resume. I like to think of a cover letter as if you randomly bumped into the human resources person and you had your resume with you, but no cover letter, and you really wanted this job, and it's like when you give them your resume, it's like what you would kind of say to them. And there's a whole outline and structure to cover letters that we're going to go over, but really the cover letter is the thing that is like, hey, here's my experience. I think I'm great for this job. Please take a look at my resume. So that is kind of the purpose of a cover letter. Once you make one cover letter, you can then save it and kind of tweak it for each job. You don't need to go through and write a completely new cover letter for every single job. You just need to make sure that you tweak the cover letter to fit the jobs that you're applying for. In summary, a cover letter is going to highlight your educational background, your work history. It's going to summarize why you think that you are qualified and the perfect candidate for this job that you're applying to. It's going to include your achievements and your experience. So each job that you apply to will have its own cover letter, and I have a template for you guys that you can download for free in the link below. But essentially, the beginning of a cover letter will have the name of the hospital or employer that you're applying to. It will have their address, their contact information, and the letter will be addressed to a specific person. You can write to whom it may concern. However, it is much better to find exactly who is going to be looking at this cover letter. In order to do this, there's different techniques you can use. You can use something like LinkedIn and try to find the director of the unit or the head human resource person for that hospital. If you're talking about a very, very large hospital, it may be difficult to find the human resource person to address the cover letter to. So in that case, you may be stuck with writing to whom it may concern. However, you should be able to find the director of the unit that you're applying for on LinkedIn, so you can always do that and address it to them. A cover letter is extremely formal. You're going to write "Dear" at the top and then whoever the person's name is. So then there is a structure to cover letters. They consist of 3 paragraphs, and each paragraph has a specific topic. So the first paragraph is letting the person reading your cover letter know what job you're applying to, how you found the job. The second paragraph is going to go into detail about why you think that you are the perfect employee for this job. So you're going to talk about your education, your previous work experiences, things that you may have been responsible for that would transfer over to this job, and really just highlighting the main points. You don't need to go through everything. Your resume is going to list everything. It's going to list all your previous work experience, all your previous schooling, anything like that. So for example, if you are a second degree nurse and in your cover letter, you don't need to focus on that your first degree was in graphic design or something like that, because it really is not related to this job. I mean, unless you're applying to a job that is requiring you to do some type of graphic design or something. So you talk about being a graduate of a nursing program, and then also talk about your roles and responsibilities that you've had before in other job roles that transfer over to nursing, if that makes sense. Now, again, if you don't have a ton of experience, you may have to put things like that, jobs that weren't super relevant, but you can kind of spin it in a way to make it relevant. I mean, even if you were working in a restaurant and that was the only job experience that you have, you can talk about how you work really well in a fast-paced environment. And you can kind of find specific things that could transfer over to be positive attributes to the nursing profession. And ending the cover letter, you will just say that you'd love to speak further about the position. You can let them know when you're free. So say Tuesday, Thursdays, or you can say my schedule is flexible for an interview. and how they can get in touch with you. So a phone number. I'm going to insert an example of a cover letter and we're going to walk through how to do it. So let's get into that.
Hey everyone, so let's go over the cover letter template that you can get using the link below on my website. So first we have your address up top. This will include your city, state, and zip code. You're going to do the date that you're writing the letter. You're going to name the person and their title along with the company, the address, city, state, and zip code. If you can't find the name of the person, the title that you're looking for, you can check someplace like LinkedIn or ask around different nurses that you know. Ideally, you'd want the name of the director of the unit that you're applying to or the human resources person you've been in contact with. Again, you'll put their name here. If you really can't find them, you can leave this out. And here you can put to whom you may concern, although it is much better to have the name of a specific person. So a cover letter is going to consist of 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph is going to include who you are and why you're contacting them. So I'm writing to you regarding the nursing position or med-surg unit posted on the hospital website. You could say whatever hospital it is. You want to include information about your education in this section, as well as the degree you acquired, your graduation date, and any academic achievements that you have. And you want to explain why you are interested in this position at this facility. So go into why you would like to be in this unit, why you want to be in this hospital, what in your past has prepared you for this. Your second paragraph is going to draw attention to your expertise. So this is where you're going to sort of build on what you put in your introductory paragraph. You're going to say why it's relevant to the position that you're applying to. So again, getting into that work experience that you've had in the past, that the skills can be transferred over to this job. You want to use examples and how you're prepared to handle duties of the job, and discuss future plans that you have and why you want this job. So you're taking things from your resume and you're putting them into your cover letter, and you're going into more detail. This cover letter to me always feels like it's like if you handed your resume to someone and they're explaining why they should read it and why they should look at it for a certain job. They say that the cover letter is the hook to get somebody to look at your resume. And then lastly, your last paragraph is going to recap why you're a great candidate, express that you would like to discuss the position further, and provide information when you're free for an interview, and then sincerely with your name. This whole cover letter will not be more than this 1 page. So that's the whole thing. And I mean, just the outline alone will already get half a page. So it's pretty condensed and small. But again, it is that hook that gets somebody to look at your resume.
So I also want you guys to remember that a resume and cover letter does not get you a job. It gets you an interview. So we're going to have a whole video talking about the interview process and things that you need to know for a job interview and how to prepare for an interview. And I will link that up above. I also do have another resource for you guys. I know I've been creating lots of free stuff for you with some practice interview questions and things like that. So I will link that down below as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and check out the rest of job application series to help you guys get your nursing jobs. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks guys, bye.